Welcome to Global Citizen Life. Today, we're going to talk about the different types of taxes that countries have. And what I mean by that is the country as a whole. So, we have zero tax countries, and those are places that do not charge income tax, sometimes capital gains tax, or other taxes on businesses. And these are very popular for entrepreneurs, investors, and high net worth individuals looking to maximize or minimize their tax burden and maximize their wealth accumulation. By becoming a tax resident of a zero tax country, individuals can legally structure their affairs in a way that allows them to legally avoid paying income tax or corporate tax, thereby retaining more of their hard-earned money. It makes sense. Now, there's several countries around the world that fall into the category of zero tax countries. Now, each of these countries have unique characteristics and advantages and some disadvantages, some may say, that make them attractive to individuals seeking to minimize their tax obligations. And so, a couple of those, one that most people have heard about is the United Arab Emirates, and more specifically, Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It has become very popular choices for individuals looking for a zero tax jurisdiction. Now, the absence of income tax, corporate tax, and capital gains tax makes the UAE an appealing destination for a lot of entrepreneurs and investors. Additionally, the UAE offers a stable business environment with excellent infrastructure, making it an attractive choice for setting up a business or moving a business. Another one is the Cayman Islands. Located in the Caribbean, the Cayman Islands is renowned for its zero tax regime, absence of income tax, capital gain tax, corporate tax. It makes it another appealing destination for business owners and entrepreneurs who are looking to minimize their tax liabilities. Additionally, the Cayman Islands maintain strong privacy laws, making it a preferred jurisdiction for maintaining confidentiality. Another zero tax is Bermuda. It's a popular zero tax jurisdiction that offers advantages for both individuals and businesses. The absence of income tax, capital gain tax, and corporate tax, combined with the beautiful beaches, vibrant business environment, make it an attractive choice for those looking to minimize their tax obligations. And another zero tax area we have is Monaco. It's known for its luxurious lifestyle and stunning views of the French Riviera. Monaco imposes no income tax, no capital gains tax on its residents. Now, this is really attractive for very wealthy individuals from around the world who wish to enjoy their fortunes without the burden of taxes. Now, it is important to note that some of these you have to be a resident in, and some of these areas you don't. So just keep that in mind. And it's also important to know while these countries may levy no income tax, capital gains tax, or corporate tax, a lot of them still have sales tax, potentially property tax, a value added tax. So just because you're living in those countries does not fully mean you're tax free, but you're greatly reducing the taxes you pay. Territorial tax countries are nations that only tax the income earned within its borders. So this means if you become a tax resident of a territorial tax country, you will only be subject to the income tax on the amount of money that you made within the country. So if you don't have a local source income, then you are potentially enjoying tax-free status. Now, there are several territorial tax countries around the world that offer favorable tax regimes for individuals and businesses looking to minimize the tax liabilities. So one is Singapore. Now, Singapore is known for its business-friendly environment and low tax rates. Singapore operates on a territorial tax system, and so that means if you're a resident of Singapore, you will only be taxed on the income you make within Singapore. So any income that you make outside the country is not subject to taxation. And this could be beneficial to a lot of people, but we have to think you have to become a resident of Singapore first. And then you also have to have your corporation or company set up outside of Singapore to do that. So it can be a little bit complicated, but it can be done. Hong Kong is another area that, with its simple and favorable tax structures, the territorial tax jurisdiction, residents again are only paying tax on income from money that is made within Hong Kong. Hong Kong does have low tax rates and does offer various tax incentives and exemptions. I was trying to say that both at the same time, making it a popular choice for international business activities. So that's an option. We also have Panama. Most people don't know that Panama is a territorial tax country that operates as what they call source of income principle. So again, it's the same that you are only taxed on money made inside the borders of Panama. So if you are living in Panama or want to move to Panama, you have your corporation in another country, then you will not be paying money on those taxes, paying taxes on that money from the other country. And another one that we have that is great, I lived there for a while myself, is the beautiful Costa Rica. And Costa Rica imposes taxes on income generated, again, within its borders. So if you live there and your money that you make is outside the country, then you could be potentially living as what we say tax-free. Although, just like all of these countries, there's still taxes when you're buying products and services and things. So technically, we never truly live tax-free, but they are great ways to reduce the taxes that we pay. So another option that we have with some countries is what we call the lump sum tax country. So they're known as a fixed rate or flat rate country. And they're nations that you just pay an annual lump sum on its residents instead of applying for traditional rates and that go up or down depending upon the amount of money that you make. And they offer good structure for people who are paying a lot, can greatly reduce the amount of money that you're paying. Even though it's technically not tax-free, the lump sum taxes essentially allow you to live at a substantially lower rate than perhaps what you're paying where you're at, and making it a nicer destination for you and to have a better lifestyle without having to work harder. So, what are these lump sum tax countries? Well, first of one that we have is Switzerland. It is a lump sum taxation. Under the system, residents negotiate a fixed annual tax payment based on your living expenses and wealth rather than the annual income. So in return, individuals are not required to disclose their worldwide income or assets, making Switzerland an appealing destination for individuals seeking privacy and favorable tax environment. So it is quite different than other places. It depends on how much you spend and how you live. That's how much you're going to end up paying for your taxes. So it's quite an interesting way that Switzerland has. Italy also has a special tax regime called the residential tax regime or flat tax. It allows for individuals to adopt a flat tax rate on their foreign income. So under this, residents can choose to pay a fixed rate of 100,000 euro or 25,000 euro per year, depending upon their source of income. Once opted, they are subject to tax on foreign sourced income, making it they're not subject, I'm sorry, to tax on foreign income. So it does make it easier. So if you're paying more than 100,000 euros somewhere else, then maybe going to Italy helps reduce that. Portugal is another place. They have an attractive tax benefits for qualifying individuals. Portugal's been in the news a lot for a bunch of changes that they're making. But generally, people are exempt from taxes for 10 years off foreign sourced income. So it's enticed investors and retirees and professionals to go there, but it is a limited time. Malta is another one. They offer a global residence program where it's a non-domicile individual can benefit from a flat tax rate of 15% of foreign income remitted to the country. So that's kind of a minimum tax. And so again, depending upon how much you are paying, 15% could be lower than what you're paying now, and it is a flat tax. So exemptions in non-domicile countries, that's another one. And those are nations where individuals can obtain special tax statuses or apply for exemptions, allowing them to live tax-free for a specific period. These countries are typically characterized by having a high overall tax rate, but provide opportunities to individuals to minimize their tax liability through special arrangements or residency programs. And these programs are often designed to attract high net worth individuals, entrepreneurs, and investors looking for optimal tax strategy to, well, pay less taxes, of course. And now these aren't permanent, as I said. So one of them is the United Kingdom. So it offers non-domiciled residents a tax status, otherwise known as non-dom, in which individuals who are not domiciled in the UK can potentially avoid paying taxes on foreign income. Non-doms can choose to be taxed only on their UK-sourced income, or for an annual fee known as a remittance-based charge, they can opt for tax exemptions on foreign income that is not remitted to the UK. This makes the UK an appealing option, and you may have heard about that with their current Prime Minister. Prime Minister, his wife was non-dom. People were quite upset about it because she was worth millions, and so they changed that when the public found out about it. Another option is Portugal. They have some advantages for residing in Portugal for a specific period of time, and generally that is for 10 years. So you could be there as part of the non-dom and pay no income on foreign, or no taxes on foreign income for 10 years. So it is a limited amount of time, and then you will be paying taxes. Malta, again, is another one for it. So you have the flat tax, or you can also have the non-dom, which is a flat tax rate as well. And that generally is quite popular for more of the high net worth individuals seeking a tax efficient jurisdiction. And then there's also Cyprus. So Cyprus offers a lot of tax incentives for people who want to become a resident but remain as a non-domicile status there. And they also enjoy having the exemptions of foreign income, including dividends, interest, and capital gains. So there's a few different countries. Many countries have several options. And so what you need to do is to find out what countries that you're interested in, and then what options they have, and what are the requirements for those, because each of those options in all of those countries do have specific requirements. They have conditions, timelines, and things like that. So it's not just, well, I'm just going to move to Costa Rica and I don't have to pay taxes anymore. It's not quite that black and white. There's definitely documentation to prove and things to go through. But when you do your tax planning structure and strategy, you want to take into consideration where you have your corporation, where it's located, the type of business that you're running, where you want to live, where you want to have residency and citizenships. And you can have several residencies and several citizenships. Now, you do file and potentially pay your taxes where you are a tax resident, but you can still have other residencies where you are a non-tax resident as well. And here at Global Citizen Life, we help individuals structure their global lifestyle, making sure that they reduce their taxes legally and the best way possible. Depending upon where they want to live, they can relocate, or within any country that they want, how we can holistically do everything for asset protection, reduce those taxes, get them to keep more of their money, and give more investment opportunities to live globally and have more freedom, not being under the control of any one single government. So if you liked this video, you found it valuable, please hit the like button below, subscribe. It really does help me and the channel. And so thank you very much. I hope you found this video informative and useful, and enjoy the rest of your day.